Welcome to Desire. We take a private jet to Cannes for a glimpse at the luxury that awaits the festival's biggest stars. And take our pick of some very extravagant celebrity gifts. Then it's off to New York to try on some magnificent jewels. Before lapping up the luxury with some very lucky lapdogs. But first, if your secret desire is to own a piece of entertainment history, you've just missed out on the chance to own memorabilia belonging to Clark Gable, Marilyn Monroe and Andy Warhol. It all recently went under the hammer in New York at Christie's Film and Entertainment Auction. With interest in pop culture memorabilia as robust as ever, the collection of Andy Warhol's personal effects piqued interest, with personal items like his paintbrush. And one of the artist's signature silver wigs sold for $10,800.
I think there's a lot of crossover between our clients who collect celebrity memorabilia, who will be very interested to acquire some of that material. Just the very, very personal things that he's worn or touched or used. And you know, he became such a celebrity in himself and not just an artist that there's certainly things that are going to appeal.
The Warhol lots came from a collection owned by his nephew Jeffrey Warhola, and it reveals the artist's personality right down to his Ferragamo shoes. The top items in the sale belong to screen siren Marilyn Monroe. Her personal address and telephone book from the early 1960s that contains handwritten entries sold for $31,200, more than double the pre-sale estimate.
And then the diary shows a different facet to her life. It's her address book that she had, and I think, judging by the names in it, it's probably dating from 60 to 61, that kind of era, just shortly before her death. So it has a lot of industry contacts in there, a lot of her very close and personal friends that she hung out with a lot at that time, and a lot of the doctors that she was seeing as well, shortly before her death, which is the subject of much speculation.
In the 1950s, Monroe achieved iconic status as the archetypal ditzy blonde, then stunned the world by marrying an intellectual, playwright Arthur Miller. Another of her personal items up for sale was her preliminary script for the 1954 classic How to Marry a Millionaire.
And if you had a daughter, wouldn't you rather she didn't marry a poor man?
But
You'd want her to have the most wonderful things in the world and to be very happy. Oh, why is it wrong for me to want those things?
Objects from Clark Gable's personal estate, as well as items related to the classic Gone with the Wind, formed a prominent part of the entertainment collection. Included was a presentation copy of the novel Gone with the Wind, inscribed to the actor from the film producer David O. Selznick, which brought in $10,000 US.
And we have a really nice bound presentation copy of the book Gone with the Wind, and it's signed to Gable from David O. Selznick, the producer. And the inscription says, "For Clark who doesn't like." And, well, we can only speculate what that might mean. There was a story that Clark Gable didn't want to take the part in Gone with the Wind. He didn't want to do another period costume drama after the previous one he'd done, so maybe that's what the inscription refers to. But nevertheless, it's interesting.
watch. Gone with the Wind.
Also included in the sale were personal tokens of jewellery, like an inscribed gold bracelet given by actress Carole Lombard to Gable reading, "I love you, CL."
Where shall I go? What shall I do?
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Although Gable was not divorced from his second wife until 1939, pictures of Gable wearing this bracelet in 1934 are said to confirm their secret affair. Sharing space with Gable, Warhol and Monroe were pieces related to Greta Garbo, Marlon Brando and Marlene Dietrich, which included the German diva's hand-scribbled notes on a letter of demand. Fans.
It's a joy. It's a real privilege to be actually handling great. It's almost like handling a Van Gogh or a great work of art. You know, in the auction business, we're lucky enough to handle some great pieces. I think this is one of the great pieces.
And in the end, even